Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv. How is everyone this evening? Hope you're well. Welcome to what's going to be a long evening for some, because tonight we've got the player ratings, which I'm going to do, and then I'm going to hand you over to Martin, who's going to play FIFA live with you guys about 5 or 10 minutes after I finish this particular live vlog. So welcome everyone. Thanks for coming along. Let's see who is on. Dupe says, what a performance from City. It was very, very good. FFP Martin, don't know what that's about. Jack Lee is on. Hello Blues. A month ago, I did say it was too early to write us off. I think I've been saying that, mate, since the third game into the season. I've been saying it all along. See you later. Well, Pardo Oaks, I'm sure you hopefully are on as it stands at the moment. Evening all, hope all are well. Kurt, how are you, buddy? Great to see you on some of the vlogs lately. The FNS on Friday, I thought you were superb on, mate. Some great analysis there. Sean Fogarty says, great performance from the Blues. It was. Good morning, Noah Pearson. Oh, where are you? That it's morning for you. My mum always used to say the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Nice lady, but terrible surgeon. Not as terrible as your jokes, mate. But hey, keep them coming. Adam Quinn, hi. Oh, yeah, hi Andy. How are you? Levi Greenwood's on. Hello, how are you? Hi Andy, says Dupe. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Hope you're feeling better, Andy. Yes, I am feeling a lot better today. It's been a nightmare, 3 days with no sleep. But last night, thankfully, I had about 5-6 hours sleep. I've still got a massive big abscess in my mouth, but no pain, very little pain compared to what I have had. So thank you very much. At least I can talk to a certain degree today, which is good. And I feel like $1 million compared to what I felt like the last 3 days. But thank you anyway. Goes to Grades Andy. What's up, buddy? How are you? Hope you're well. Charlie Everett says, hi, guys. Hope you're well, mate. I'm good. Yeah, he's back. Evening all. How are you, Pardo Oaks? Hope you're well. Glad you're back, Andy. Missed you. Yeah, missed you too, buddy. Missed everyone on here. But I want to say thanks to Martin. And sorry to Crystal Palace. I should have been doing the preview Saturday, but I just couldn't. I just simply couldn't. So I do apologise. But Martin, I uploaded the videos. Martin's shown them on the watch along. So I did message Ollie. I'm trying to talk now. I did message Ollie to say I do apologise and I hope you saw it anyway. So thankfully it wasn't a scheduled live vlog. It was just some videos that he sent me. Hello, Andy Sky Blue Monkey. How are you? Leonard, evening, everyone. Andy, I hope your tooth is okay. It's not so much my tooth, mate. My tooth is actually fine. It's the abscess that's which way? Yeah, there. It's about that big. There you go. You can see that's on the inside of my mouth. That's where it is still. I did manage last night. Warning, graphic. I did manage to burst it last night with a sharpened tool, disinfected, and then swigged a bit of neat vodka in there to disinfect it. And that seemed to have done the trick. Today, it's still there, but there's nowhere near as much pain as it was. So, yeah, it's not actually my tooth. It's the abscess that was above my tooth. But, hey, it is what it is. We're on to player ratings tonight. So, how's your day been? It's been good. I've been, my wife took the dog for a walk, and then I this afternoon took Stanley out for a walk, and he met another dog in one of the paddocks, one of the ones that live on the farm, and he had a great day. I'm offended, and the joke's out. Andy, but dentists are working. They are, but the problem being was that this told me they couldn't do anything until the abscess went down with antibiotics. I already had antibiotics, so I've got to work through the antibiotics before I can go in and see whether they need to do anything with the chipped tooth. Somebody likes Noah's jokes. Dupe does. Hope you're feeling better. I am. I'm all right, mate. I'm absolutely fine. I'm cracking on with it. Didn't you have 2 episodes? Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah, remember the video I did? It's exactly the tooth next to that tooth. So there you go. I chipped the tooth next to that particular tooth about 10 days ago. And it chipped the inside of it. Absolutely, there was no signs of it. Absolutely no signs of it until sort of middle of the night. I woke up with this horrendous pain. So yeah, it was the one next to it I chipped. So, but with the way things have been over the last 12 months, I must admit, I've only been to the dentist once, but I am definitely, my New Year's resolution is I'm going to go to the dentist every 3-4 months, and I'm going to make sure I get my teeth sorted out, because they don't only cause pain, horrendous pain when things happen, but they can infect other areas of your body as well. There's been lots of cases where footballers have actually had back pain and all sorts of things from problems with dentistry. So look after your teeth. That's going to be my 2021 resolution. Imagine trying to eat with that. No, I couldn't eat, mate. I've had soup tonight. My missus and the lads, last night they had big leg of lamb and everything else. And so tonight they've had a nice whatever it was, with a bit of lamb. It was like a Moroccan stir fry, and I just had chicken soup. It was all I could eat. But yeah, I mean, I said good morning because I woke up for the second time today. So okay, so there you go. Get some gold teeth. No, I don't think I'm too old for gold teeth now, mate. Nothing worse than toothache. No, honestly, I'm not kidding. I literally woke up Friday morning, and last night I went to sleep at about 10:30. That was the first bit of sleep I'd had since Friday morning. Horrendous. The Aston Villa game looks like it's going and gone. I did ask people on Twitter and said, does anybody know? Has anybody heard anything? And nobody's got any definitive. Yes, it's definitely going ahead. No, it's not. It looks like it's going ahead, but I guess we'll wait and see. But I have asked a couple of accounts to do a preview with us, so we'll wait to see whether they get back. So maybe tomorrow night, maybe we might do a preview with them, an Aston Villa account. But we'll wait and see. We'll let you know tomorrow sometime on social media and on here. Hope you're well, Andy. James Shaw. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm okay. Absence is sure. Yeah, mate. I was definitely absent for the last 3 days. I was all over the place with no sleep. I've never, honestly, it was the sleep more than anything else. Not necessarily the pain was horrendous, but when you've had no sleep, you just lose the plot. You absolutely lose the plot, big style. I need to eat my words, Andy. I said Sterling couldn't finish when he missed the pen. But what a free kick yesterday. Yes, I watched back today. I didn't see the watch along. I didn't see. I watched back the City game. I'll be honest with you, because I was nipping in and out. I wasn't in the mood to watch football at all yesterday. But I did. I watched a bit of Martin's watch along, and then I watched the post match, which was brilliant last night. If you haven't seen it, go over and watch the post-match. Really, really good debate with Carl on there as well, with Kurt and Chris. And some really, really good points came up on there. But yeah, it's interesting, people's thoughts and views and opinions and everything else on Raheem Sterling and several others. So hope we can do what the ladies did to Villa. Yeah, what a win that was. 7-0, was it? And then that's the joint equal. 8-1 they'd won before, but they won 7-0, 6-0 at half time. I mean, that's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Only scored 1 in the second half, but what a result. The last time I went to the dentist was in November, and I go every 6 months. Well done, you, Sean Fogarty. So you should. And yes, happy birthday to this beautiful man. Pep Guardiola is the same age as me, albeit I'm 10 months older than him. But yeah, happy birthday to Pep, said Leonard London, and I totally agree with him. Happy 50th, because he is 50 today. What a man. What a manager. So a massive, massive happy birthday to Pep Guardiola from Man City Fan TV. And we just want you to stay at Man City for as long as you want to be here, because we absolutely love you. The first disc made, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Is maybe a good time to play Villa? Well, let's hope so. If they've certainly not played for a significant amount of time, well, the players have clearly, the training ground was closed. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure exactly where it stands at the moment with regards to the training ground, but they wouldn't have been allowed to train properly. Happy Pep, the best manager in the world. Yeah, he is the best manager in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. But anyway, we are here to talk about the player ratings for yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys what you think your scores are for each particular player. Now, before we do, let's just run through the team for yesterday. Well, as we started, we had Ederson. We had Kyle Walker at right back, who came in. We had John Stones and Ruben Diaz, the absolute perfect partnership at the moment. Then Zinchenko came in when I thought maybe Cancelo might have played on the left, or others thought Mendy, but Zinchenko kept his place. In the midfield, called it correctly, said De Bruyne, Fernandinho and Gundogan. And up front, we had Bernardo Silva, Gabby Jesus and Sterling, which was interesting because I thought maybe after Phil Foden has such a great game, maybe he would have played Sterling on the right and Foden on the left, but he didn't. He brought Bernardo Silva back. So that was the starting lineup for yesterday. We know others got game time and things like that, but yes. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through each particular player as we normally do here on Man City Fan TV the next day. And what we talk about is we talk about what you guys think the player ratings were. And what I also do is I take the Manchester Evening News. As you know, Simon Bajowski is normally the person who gives the player ratings on the Man City games on the Manchester Evening News. So I always take his ratings as the supposed sort of Man City correspondent. So I've got a couple of things that I did have a chat with him on Twitter about earlier. It wasn't nasty, but I did question a few of his scores, which I thought were quite bizarre. But anyway, I'll show you a couple of his comments on player ratings. But the match stats: Man City 72% possession, 13 shots. We had 6 on target, 11 corners, and we made 9 fouls. So 72% possession. That is getting up to where we were pretty much in the sort of 17-18 era. So phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal stats with regards to City's game yesterday. So before I do, let's just see, is there anybody else who's come on? It may be a good time. Sorry, I've done that one. I apologise. Yep, done that one. Happy birthday, Pep. Many more years. Dupe says, let's hope so. I'm getting worried with Leeds. 3 losses in a row. They'll be fine. Ederson, not applicable. Yeah, no. Well, that's perfectly led me on to the first person tonight, which is Ederson. So it's up to you. Short score's not mine, but I will read out what Simon Bajowski gave for each particular player. So it's over to you now. Remember, we only do 0.5s. We don't do 0.7s and things like that. And normally, just as an average, so you don't know if you're new to the channel, we stick to a 6 is a didn't do anything great, didn't do anything bad. It's an average score. Get an assist, it's an extra point and all of those things. So that's how we normally run it. But let's see what you guys think of Ederson. Ghosty Grays says 6.5. Pardo Oaks gives him a 7. Leonard says not applicable. Come on, some of his passes out were all right. Lewis Yates gives him a 7. 7 didn't have much to do. 6, nothing to do. Mervyn gives him a 7. How are you, Mervyn? Hope you're well. Dupe Ellison, 7. No, stop it, Dupe. 7. Thought his passing was great and he commanded the back line well. Oliver's new model army you're new, mate. Welcome to the channel. Eddie gives him a 7. Edison a 6, says Adam Quinn. Not a shot on target from Palace, says score. Dudley Lewis 7, not much to do. Let's see what Simon Bajowski has to say on his player ratings. He says Edison confident and commanding on the rare moments he needed to be, staring Eze out while the youngsters attempted to lob. The youngsters? Oh, staring out while the youngsters attempted lob went over the bar, summed up his control of proceedings. Sorry, it's my fault. I'm not reading that out very well. So I will read it again. Confident and commanding on the rare moments he needed to be, staring Eze out while the youngsters attempted lob went over the bar, summed up his control of proceedings, gave him a 7. So let's see, anybody else? Not a shot on target from Palisades score. Yeah, 7, not much to do. Do pay. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Trust me, you'll love this channel. Great things to come. Thank you. Peter Curry gives him a 6.5. So looking at it, I'm probably going to go with you, Peter Curry, because we take our scores off what you guys say, not what we say. And I'd probably go for somewhere between a 6 and a 7. Didn't have a lot to do, if I'm being honest. So Edison, from you guys, gets a 6.5. So there you go. I'll bring that up there. Edison is a 6.5. Evening, Andy. Hope you're feeling better. Yes, Edison, fine, mate. I mean, it's not like he put foot wrong. Yeah, he had nothing to do. Edison took a day off. He did. Basically, didn't have much to do. But anyway, moving on to Kyle Walker, because last night, watching the post-match stuff, there were a few sort of comments about Kyle Walker. So we'll talk about Kyle Walker. Give me your thoughts and give me your score for Kyle Walker. Because I'll be honest, I thought some of the guys last night on the post-match were a little bit harsh on him, but you know, it's all about opinions. So I guess your scores will tell me whether you agree with them or you don't. Pardo Oates gives Walker a 5. Lewis Yates a 5. So we're going below average here. Goes to grades, gives him an average 6. Walker 5, gave the ball away constantly. I'm not sure he gave it away constantly, but Walker sloppy at times, but defensively solid. A 7. There we go. 5.5 from Sean. Considering just got back from past COVID, a 7. That's a very good point, Leonard. Remember, that's his first game back. And I think it was mentioned about a few players last night on the post-match stuff. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch it. It's brilliant. Is that, you know, we don't know how it's affecting these players, you know, when they come back. Walker 5.9. His crossing were flying to Australia and his defending wasn't great. So I guess that's a 6 then. Just a not great, not brilliant. 6, passing a bit off. Yeah. Walker 6.5, looked like he's still recovering from COVID. Yeah, Neil, I'd probably agree with that. 5.5, Cancelo's way better this season. Not sure about that, Sean. Not sure about that. 6.5, says Sky Blue Monkey. 6.5 from Dudley Lewis. Ooh, big jump there. Let me just... whoa, big, massive jump. Apologies, here we go. Scotty Moll gives him a 5. Passing was poor, but average game in general for his crossing. Walker a 7, says Adam Quinn. This is what I mean. You see, we've got 5s and we've got 7s. So, you know, Mark the Blue says a 5. Shedders says 6, did okay, but gave the ball away a few times with a few misplaced passes. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I totally agree. He did. Ocean Rage gives him a 7. 6, very sloppy, says Mervyn. Sloppy in his defending and crossing is abysmal. 6 gives the ball away at times, but needs to get his fitness back, says Jack Lee. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. 6, says Mervyn. What else have we got? Walkabout 5. Like it. He played much better against Birmingham. Oh, sorry. What's going on there? Sorry. C_E1. Walker was a bit average on the ball. However, let's consider he's just recovering from COVID. I think he dealt with SA really well, and overall, think he grew into the game. Couple of mistakes, but a good 7. I agree with everything you said there, mate. And welcome to the channel. Kirk gives him a 5.5. Oliver's New Army, EDS 4-0 up, are they? Wow, brilliant. Oliver's New Army against who? But one thing, not gave SA a chance to dribble. That's a good point, because let's face it, if you listen to Ollie, he was the one player that he thought, apart from Zaha, that SA is a player who can dribble really well. I think is harsh. I don't know what that's about. 7, good game to regain fitness, says fully Naresh Kumar. Welcome to the channel, mate. Quadruple is on. Hey, you only have to go back to what I said 2-3 months ago when all the naysayers were, oh, no, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. And I just said, relax. We are 3-4 games into it. Stick with it. We'll be fine when it comes to sort of February, March time. We'll be absolutely fine. Well, we're already doing it ahead of schedule. Let's have a look at what does Simon Bajowski say about Walker. He said, vocal in organising the team, but far too many loose touches and passes creating unnecessary problems at the back, as well as losing the forward creativity that Cancelo brings to that position. So there you go. Right. So, God, this is going to be what I'm going to have to go somewhere. You know what? Considering that there's a lot of 5s, but there were a lot of 7s, but there was not a lot of 6s. So I'm gonna have to be a bit kind because of some of the comments about the fact that Walker's just coming back from COVID and everything else. I'm gonna give Walker the average score of I'm gonna give him a 6 from your scores, because remember, it's not ours, it's your scores. So Sky Blue says, hi Andy, bizarre in a way how Stones can recover his form. Delighted, but how can this variation in performance happen? Well, Sky Blue, you only have to look at, we said it last year, and I've done loads of vlogs on it and said maybe rumour had it, he was having a lot of off-field problems, personal life problems, which, when we all go through those things, it does affect you in your workplace. So maybe it was having a massive effect on him. But you've got to remember, these guys are in the public domain as well. So you're getting a lot of shit wrote about you all the time and that type of thing. But one thing I have noticed about John Stones, if you look at all of the previous, the all or nothing thing, and he was like a proper character, wasn't he? He was like a proper, him and Cal Walker were like lads, and he got dressed up in that bunny outfit and went on the buggy at the golf course. And I think looking at his interviews, looks like he's grown up. The way he comes across looks like he's grown up, and maybe he's realised, like a lot of players, not just John Stones, a lot of players hit that point at 25, 26, 27. And they're not children. They're not kids. They're not young players anymore. They hit a bit of maturity, and maybe it's taken a bit of off-the-field stuff to get his head switched on to say, oh, my God, I'm at Manchester City. I'm under the best manager in the world, and I've got a massive opportunity, and I am blowing it big style because of maybe 1 or 2 things or off-the-field things, whatever it is. But like Micah Richards said afterwards, when he sat down a couple of months with him and a couple of months ago and spoke to him, and it was like, I've just got to work hard. I've got to prove myself, and he obviously has done. And maybe this is the turning point. Players sometimes need. We forget. I forget, and we all forget. I mean, I'm 50. I go back to when I was 23, 24. Was I the most sensible person in the world? No. If I was in the spotlight earning that much money and everything, maybe I would have been a dickhead as well and whatever else, and off the field. But now maybe he's got his off the field stuff sorted, and he's realised that, look, I'm going to waste this opportunity here unless I really knuckle down. And maybe it has. And that interview, last night and the one he did the other day, he looks a bit more mature, a bit more grown up, a bit more serious. And I think we're seeing it. I think we're seeing it in him. Has he got a rick in him? All players have. Will he make a mistake this season? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. And I hope that City fans don't jump all over him like they have done in the past. Because I've always said Stones is a wonderful, wonderful, talented player. He just needs to get his head right in the right place. And I think he's doing that. So well done to John Stones with regards to that. So there you go. What did I bring it up? Did I say it? Sidetracked there, didn't you? What did we give him? Let me go back down. You've lost me there. Yeah, we gave Walker. Yeah, we gave Walker a 6, an average. Let's see what's Ricky Squires. Honestly, was worried during October and November. Really like where the squad are now. We'll give up FA hopes if it meant a deep run in the Champions League. Yeah. I mean, do a lot of. Listen, it's not just you, Ricky. There were a lot of people on Man City Fan TV who were really worried and concerned back in October, November, even the beginning of December, about what would happen with City this season. And I think we just need it. It's a weird season. It's a weird. I'm trying to talk now. Let me have a drink. Sorry, my mouth's going really dry. It's a weird season, and I've thought that all along. It's going to be a very, very weird season this year. But I had every faith in Pep, and the fact that the defence we solidified it with Martin's pick of the season, Ruben Diaz. Good job we didn't get Koulibaly, but yeah, we just look so good at the back. But we'll see what happens. Oh, no, done that one, sorry. Nobody was more worried than Sir Alan. Glad I didn't listen to him. Yeah, Mr. Doom. Stones really worked hard in trains too. Well, it sounds like that, Dupe. It sounds like he has. That's one of the reasons. Graham Souness is such a clown, always tags and KDB and saying that was not a difficult assist. Well, I'm not quite sure he said it wasn't difficult. Honestly, I was Stones out. Now I've changed, Leonard. Fair play. Hey, we all make mistakes. You've hit the nail on the head, Reece Stones, Andy. But, well, I don't know whether it's true or not, mate. You only, reading the stuff that has been written, and you hear all the stories about his off-field stuff with his girlfriend and everything else. And it's never easy. And we do it in private, and it's never easy for us in private. Imagine doing it in the public domain. It's 10 times harder. And forget the money. Money makes no difference whatsoever, because you can't buy media journalists to not write a story. They'll write it. So you have that in the public domain. And no matter how long it goes on for, it's still not nice. I was Stones, him, because I like the guy and I just wanted Otamendi to go. Oh, you're in with Alan. Alan does not like Otamendi. I've always liked Otamendi. I thought he's a pretty solid player. But hey, yes, Stones is coming across very well. He is. I do pay. Remember that goal line clearance? Yeah. Well, people forget sometimes, but it's not all about just that one clearance makes him a great player. But I think everybody, you'd have to be stupid to not know about Stones. But we're not talking about Stones. We were talking about Walker. But while everyone is on John Stones, we may as well just put up John Stones, because everyone is talking about John Stones. So let's talk about John Stones and give us your score for John Stones. Walker got a 6. From you guys, so give us your score for the man who got 2 goals. A wonderful, wonderful header. And he finished like a striker for his second as well. Adam Quinn, John Stones, 8. Man of the match last night. Okay. Pardo Oates gives John Stones a 9. Ooh. 9.5 going up here. Somebody going to give him a 10. Lewis Yates there. There we go. Jamie Short comes flying in with a 10. Dupe gives him a 10.1, but you can't have a 10.1. You know that. Come on. 9, exceptional again, says Shedders. Goes to Grace, gives him a 10. Wow. Big jump there. Sorry. Just as it happens on here sometimes, it just goes boom, and a big chunk of ones coming in, you lose where you are. So I do apologise. Ocean Rage gives him a 9. Considering his CP 9.5 man of the match, considering his CP. Don't know. You're going to have to let me know about CP, mate. I'm not grabbing that at the moment. Stones 10. That isn't a perfect performance, then I don't know if that. I think it's if that isn't a perfect performance, I don't know what is. He was very good last night. Stones 9, 2 goals and very good defensively. Sky Blue Monkey says nothing but a 10. Wow. What else have we got here? Mervyn gives him 8.5 man of the match. Another big jump there. Wow. 1 second. Got lots of people on, so they keep jumping as your comments come in. Mark the Blue. Mervyn gives him 8.5. Mark the Blue a 9. Sean 10, man of the match. Wow. Got to be a 10, hasn't it? Didn't put a foot wrong. 9, 2 goals and solid at the back, says Jack Lee. Do you think Johnny Stones will be called up to England? Listen. Listen. You guys are giving John Stones 8s and 9s and 10s in the last 4 or 5 games. If that's not, name me another centre back. That's all I'll say. Name me another centre back in the Premier League that is putting in those type of performances week in, week out than John Stones. Now, if Gareth Southgate picks his team on who is in form, which is what he's always said, he picks his squad and his teams on form. If Diaz was English, it'd be John Stones and Ruben Diaz. There's no better partnership in the Premier League right now. None. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. So John Stones should definitely be called up. Oliver's New Model Army says a cultured 9. Martin says John Stones a 12. Cheers, Andy. I'm starting to believe for 2021. Believe Pep, I think that is there. Dudley Lewis, 8 + 2, a 10. Wow, you're giving him 9, 2 goals plus a clean sheet. Wow, he's getting some serious scores here. Dupe, sorry, I have to keep my 0.1s. It's important to me. It's all right, mate. If you can keep him, if you like. Show Jesus where the net is, John. He finished it like a striker, he did. Martin, why the negative score, mate? I think it was a hyphen, not a -12. Martin, Dupe's laughing at you. Get rid of Jack and Noah. I hate them. Oh, mate. Oh. Hey, listen. I'll tell you what, Abdallah, we like you on the channel. You can't have that type of stuff, mate. So you can go and train with the kids for a while. Come on, what's going on there? You don't even know them. So I'm not sure why you hate them. So if that is you, or maybe don't take it too personally, you guys. It might be a clone. You know, like they were all over last night's vlog, apparently. So don't worry about it. There you go. Martin said it's 12, not -12. Laporte should have played left back when he comes back. Yeah, maybe. Martin, just kidding, mate. -12. Martin, obviously check what you wrote before. I think it was a hyphen, mate. I don't think it was a minus. Martin, Jesus is the best defensive striker, inverted wing back, box left back in the league. Oh my God, there's a mouthful. Jack Lee, that's not hard. Ruben Diaz is Andy. Oh, English? Absolutely, Andy. I don't know what you're talking about here, but I'll go with it. Best partnership in the world currently. Not many better. Giovanni Hutchins, you're new. Welcome to the channel, mate. I can't think of many. Where is FIFA, Martin? It's live after about 5-10 minutes. Well, maybe about 10 minutes after we finish this one. Martin will be live. You need to tune in because I said all this at the beginning. So get your notification set, hit that bell icon, make sure your settings are set to public, not private. That way you'll be notified when we start. Yeah, Martin will be live about 5-10 minutes after we finish this one. Martin, sorry, mate. I was just joking. Listen, it's all about it. Martin will be pulling you up in a minute, Goes to Grace, for those caps, mate. Thoughts on Grealish twerking for us, fella? Twerking? I don't know, mate. Martin is why my videos always. Martin, why is my video always fuzzy? I've got absolutely no idea. Man City fan. Yeah, Noah, don't worry about it. I've got a funny feeling it might be a troll, so don't worry too much. Somebody might have cloned Abdallah's account because he don't normally put things like that. ADS still at Patrick, then red card. You're joking? Is that true? Is that true? My mistake, buddy. Was angry emojis my mistake. Think that's a clone, mate. Abdullah isn't like that. Yeah, I don't think he is. So it's probably just ignore them, Noah. We know where they come from. Yeah, I don't. Abdullah normally never posts stuff like that. So I put him in a timeout. It's probably just somebody trolling, copying the account because they're seeing the success of Man City Fan TV. We're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger with thousands and thousands of views that only they could wish and only dream of getting. So there you go. Ruben Diaz is Andy. That's quite the compliment. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, oh, well, in fact, yeah, Ruben Diaz is Andy. Hey, listen, I wish I looked like him. I wish I was young as him, and I wish I had his money. And we said, name someone better than Stones, so I named Diaz my boy. That was a bit weird, Jack. Yeah, it was a bit weird. No, Stone Esther and Diaz Dilney. FIFA is ready. Just need to hit live, guys. There you go. So it will be coming on. Same happened last night. No, yeah, don't worry about it. Martin, who is your mentor in scouting? I mean, goes to grades. Stop with the capital letters. Martin, so you block Abdallah by mistake? No, I put him in a timeout. Me, nobody else. I put him in a timeout because not a timeout. No, I didn't block him. I put that person in a timeout because of the comments. So it is what it is. Martin, what is KK now? Your dad. Right, Jack. There you go. Right, lots of conversations going on. We're going to get back to John Stones, and the only thing I can give John Stones on here is a 9.5 because of your scores, because there were so many 10s and there were 9s and 8.5. So John Stones gets a 9.5 from your scores. So there you go. Right. There's been a few comments on here. Let me just go back. Zoab, new to the channel. Well, behave yourself, Zoab. Let's hope that you are a proper subscriber. If you're not, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and that way you'll be notified if any comments come on here that are out of order. We will just block there. So, but welcome to the channel, mate. We are everyone's sensible prediction for the lead. Time to turn the screw. There you go. You're getting Zoab. You're getting lots of welcomes from people. Welcome and enjoy the ride, says Martin. Noah, I'll wait for the punchline. Right, moving on to the main man, Martin's main man, me. That's the person who we're talking about tonight, and that is Diaz. Andy Diaz, as Martin likes to call me now. So what were your scores for Ruben Diaz? Absolutely. Guy has transformed our defence. And we've seen, is Stones making Diaz look even better? Or is Diaz making Stones? Or are they both just a perfect partnership made in heaven? Diaz 10, they are perfect, Andy. There you go. Pardo Oates gives Diaz an 8. Adam a 7. Diaz a 9. Goes to Grace gives him an 8.5. Lewis Yates gives him an 8.5. Thomas Caslin, hello mate, how are you? A 9. I'm impressed with Stones and Diaz, says Zoabe. Diaz gets 100. Behave yourself. Where's that gone now? Sean gives him a 9.5. Sky Blue Monkey gives him a 7. Mervyn gives him a 7. Diaz 8.5, solid as ever. Jack Lee 8. Jack Lee, don't be going down the Dupé route. 8.6, solid as always. 8, Ocean Rage 8.5. 8 was from Sky Blue Monkey. Diaz is my new uncle, you wish. Jamie Shaw 8.5. Kurt 9. Wish he got his goal. Great save by the Palace keeper. It was a good save. But then John Stones. Diaz an 8.5 from Scotty Mall. Got assist for Stones' second goal. He did. Leonard 50 out of 100 of the reasons why Stones is playing so well. Agree, Kurt, says Martin. Chris, big jump again. Chris is on. EDS win 4-0 to lap 3, to be honest. Oh, Taylor. Oh, what's that? To be honest? Or TBH? I don't know what that is. Should it be THB? Taylor Howard Bellis? The lap sent off on 80 minutes for a stupid petulant kicking out at Derby player. Not ready until he grows up. City very dominant, but was quite wasteful in the first half. There you go. Chris watches the EDS quite a lot. The lap hat-trick. Brilliant. That's what we want to see. Problem being is what you've got in the ADS when you've got the eyes of the first team coaching staff watching these games is goes and gets sent off in 80 minutes for a stupid petulant kicking out at a Derby player. Can't do it. You just simply can't do it. It's that simple. 8.5 to 9. Stones and Diaz look like they've got good friendship development. They do. Diaz 9, says Oliver's Army. 8.5, solid as always. Mark 9, rock solid. Neil Hansdorf says Diaz 8.5, ice cold, calm in defence, and only needs a goal now. Yeah. All the mods have shown up at once here. Andy must have sent them something fierce on WhatsApp. No, mate, I'm on here. I don't have time to be sending them WhatsApp messages. Chris Baker looks like we're right about his temperament. Well, he's got to sort that out. I mean, we're on to Diaz at the moment. Yeah, Chris just saw it now. Thanks for the update. Right. So, Diaz. Wow. Diaz is going to get a 9 because of you guys. Like I said, I would have given him an 8. Solid. I would only have given Stones more because of the goals, but all right, he got an assist as well. But super solid, absolutely brilliant. I didn't read out Stones and Diaz, so I'm going to read out what Simon Bajowski said. John Stones, he said, arguably threatening Ruben Diaz as the best defender at the club on his form. A first league goal for City, then a second, and what feels like a gazillionth clean sheet, 9 to be pedantic for the season, gave him a 9. Diaz, he said, Jordan Ayew got absolutely no change all game with Andros Townsend, similarly quiet. Another example of excellence being normalised, and gave him a 7. So he got a 9 on average from you guys. THB. Yes, THB. Okay. I think before, did I misread it? Did you say TBH? Yeah, you did. You said before TBH, and I'm thinking, TBH. So it was Taylor Howard Bellis, THB. What I'm assuming that was he scored as well. Taylor Howard Bellis, which, I like that kid anyway. So there you go. That was what Simon Bajowski thought of John Stones. He gave him a 9, gave Diaz a 7. You guys gave him a 9 overall. So moving on to our left back. Yesterday was Alexander Zinchenko, which I was quite surprised to see. I thought maybe Cancelo might have played there or Mendy, but Zinchenko came in. Thought he did okay. Couple of occasions getting his usual lobbed over the top and out of position. But overall, I think the way he plays inside as well. He was playing like Cancelo. And this is the thing with Cancelo. He don't play as a natural right back or in Pep's system. He plays in that inside role a lot of the time. I thought he did okay yesterday. I think he did okay. He might not be everyone's cup of tea. He might need to be sold in the summer. Who knows? But we're talking about yesterday's game. So give us your honest opinion on yesterday's game. What was your scores for Alexander Zinchenko? Goes to Gray. Zinchenko, 7.5. Solid defensively. Pardo 6.5. Zagon gives him an 8. How are you, mate? Shedder's Sinky, 7. Shake first half, better second half. 7.5, not a foot wrong. There you go. Kurt gives him that. Zoab, 7.5, did okay. Zinchenko, 6.5, says Adam Quinn. Lewis Yates, 8. He's changed my opinion, I think that is, on him. Leonard London, 7.5, good game. Jack Lee says 7, didn't do anything wrong. 7.5 needs to be appreciated more, says Jamie, maybe. 7, solid, says Mervyn. Martin says nothing on WhatsApp. We can read each other's minds. Sky Blue Monkey is 7. Kurt, did you miss the first down? Oh, big jump again. Sorry. Just huge big jump in comes in. Neil says Zinchenko 7 plays so much better when he plays next to a decent central defender. Mark the Blue gives him a 7. Peter Curry gives him a 7.5. Says steady game. 1 for all. 1 for 1 mods roll out. 6.5 says Sean. Ocean Rage is 7. Goes to Grace. Wingbacks only Pep's cup of tea. I'm great, Andy, mate. How about you? I'm good, mate. Thank you. Shellers 1. Yeah, I missed a fair chunk. Had to watch it back. A bit like me today. Only people from 1980s will get that. All for one and one for all. You talking about the Three Musketeers or the Four Musketeers? I don't know. Are you talking about the cartoon or the original film from the 70s and 80s? Sit back in the groove with this lad. 8. Zinky is miles better than Martin makes out. Martin don't like him. 7.5, solid. 6.5, gives the ball away a lot. Best of a bad bunch. Martin Sampachowski been drinking. Wait and see what's coming up. To be fair, Kurt, he had an excellent second half, which made up for a few mistakes early on. Zinky did okay to be on a 6.5. Zinchenko an 8.1 from Dupe. Martin, you're on the Moretti again. Chris, Andy, one thing fans should consider, left back is not his natural position. I think he's better than Mendy, in my opinion. Anyway, he seems to be more solid, and the one thing Leonard is consistent and he's not injured all the time. That's the problem with Mendy. Autobots roll out. Yeah. Zinky's last is hot. She is very hot. So, Zinchenko, then for you guys. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 and be generous. Let's see what Simon Bajowski says. Zinchenko played the Cancelo role and happy to get forward down the flank too. Decent enough, even if his preference for deft touches and passes turned promising opportunities into potential problems and gave him a 6. That's a bit bloody harsh, I'll be honest with you. I think it's very harsh. I didn't think he had. He made 1 or 2 bad passes, but then again, so did lots of players last night on occasions. So I think it's. I think it's harsh. But moving on to this guy. What a player! And he came in. I said he'd come in, and he did come in last night. And that was Fernandinho. And we have Fernandinho back last night in that holding role. Not a double pivot or a single pivot or any of that garbage. He was back in that holding role. And what a player. What a player. So what are your thoughts on Fernandinho last night? While I have a drink. Right, let's get into it. Oh, where was I up to then? Fernandinho, right. Man City fan gives it Fernandinho an 8. Zagon gives him an 8. Pardo gives him a 9. Lewis gives him an 8.5. Sky Blue Monkey gives him absolutely world-class 8.5. Adam Quinn, Fernandinho, an 8. Sean gives him a 7. Leonard gives him an 8. Zoab, Fernandinho, 8, did what he had to do. Mervyn Thomas, an 8. Dudley Lewis, an 8. Dupe, Fernandinho, 9, had a lot of empty pockets to do because he pocketed everyone. Jack Lee gives him an 8. Kurt, D9, Dino, the father I never had. Bless you. 8.5 says Mark the Blue. Martin Ferdy. You cannot call him Ferdy, mate. You cannot, because it's like Rio Ferdinand. You just cannot call him Ferdy. It gives him a 7. A 7. Dupe, oh Martin, give over. A 7. Huh? Goes to grades 8. Apart from that mistake, which he covered well in the end, an 8. Fernie, a steady 8. Fernandinho is Makalele. No, it's not. He's better than Makalele. Since takeover, whatever that is. Chris Ferner, easy 8. Neil Ferner 8 proves the Mike Bassett. If you're old enough, you're good enough. Absolutely. 7.5, excellent, tired late on. He did look like he was getting a bit leggy. Martin and his agendas. Oh, there you go. It's coming away. Gave the ball away a few times, DP. Let's be honest, but his class. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You've just been talking about a few players giving balls away. But he always retrieves them. 7, not his best, I thought. 7 isn't a bad score. Come on. No, it's not. Give him another year's contract. Absolutely. Every day of the week. Every day of the week, Pardo Oaks. But Martin won't have it. No chance. He's far too old. So, Fernandinho, for you guys, gets a 7.5. Let's see what Bajowski had to say on it. A genuine alternative to Rodri in his old holding role, and he used calmness throughout, as well as being comfortable when slipping into a back 3. Gave him a 7. Which leads me on to nicely this player. That is Ilkay Gundogan. Now, please be honest on your opinions now, because I thought Gundogan had a good game, very good game, and scored a brilliant goal. But I tell you what, I won't influence you. I won't influence you. Let's just see what you thought of Ilkay, Silky Ilky. And then I'll bring something up for you. Pardo Oaks, an 8. Sky Blue Monkey, 8.5. Brilliant goal. Sorry, my phone was just going off there. Ghosty Grades gives him a 9. Sean Fogarty gives him an 8.5. Mervyn, an 8. Oh, bit of a jump there. Sorry, I will go back to you. Shedder said 8 seems to get better with every game. Lewis says, great goal, an 8. 7.5 from Chris Baker. What a transformation, 8.5. I'm so impressed with Gundogan, Andy, really, an 8. Mervyn Thomas, an 8. Beat me to it, Chainsaw, Chris. Sorry, maybe somebody, the usual garbage. Ilkay, an 8. It's funny that Abdallah's not come back on, isn't it? Put him in a timeout, not come back on. Clearly not the same Abdallah. So we worked that one out. Jamie Shaw, an 8. Gundo gets an 8 for that finish. Kurt, 8. He's just pure class. 22-yard banger. Martin thinks he's down with the kids. I see. Gundogan, an 8, says Adam Quinn. Dudley Lewis, 8.5. Dupe, 8.8. That goal was on fire. Goal of the month, season, year, and Puskas. Gundo, 8.5. Great goal, good all-round performance. 9, 8 in general, plus 1 for that stunner. Ocean Rage gives him an 8.5. Gundogan is better than Ozil. Of course he is. Is there any debate in that? 8 for Ilke, says Mark the Blue. Yeah, you said that before. Mark the Blue, 8 for Ilke. Sorry, it's just a bit of a jump. Gundogan is underrated. Let's go back. Right. Oliver's new model line, playing in true position, 8.5. Kurt says, I'm so glad people are appreciating Gundo. Used to get so much stick. Right. Here we go. This is, well, no. I'll put up your scores first so you can see. So, Gundogan from you guys gets an 8. A solid 8. It might be an 8. Oh, I'll go 8.5. Because I'm trying to, maybe 8.5. Let me just go back. 8.5, say 8.5, say. No, I'll go a bit harsher. I'll go an 8 on your scores. So Gundogan gets an 8 from you guys. Right, I'm going to bring this up. This was Simon Bajowski. This was his, and I'm going to bring it up on screen so you can read it as well. Find it absolutely baffling. Gundogan, his worst performance for a while. While it wasn't terrible by any means, most of the things he tried didn't come off, and he was beaten too easily on a number of occasions. A cracking goal, mind. 6. They're not my words. I'm not making those words up. They're Simon Bajowski's of the Manchester Evening News. That is what he wrote in his player ratings, which I questioned on Twitter. His worst performance for a while it wasn't terrible by any means, most of the things he tried didn't come off, and he was beaten too easily on a number of occasions. A cracking goal, mind. Gave him a 6. Deal with that as you will. Is it clickbait? Is it what? I have no idea. Maybe I'm watching a completely different game to what he is. And I know it's about opinions, but I mean, if you're actually saying it's his worst game for a while, wow, frightening. Sheller says, was he drinking? What was he drinking? Must have been watching a different game to us all. Well, there you go. Good night, Sean. Take care, mate. Dupe says, Simon gets a -6 for the scores. Well, it's all about opinions, but Simon is tripping. He must have been when he wrote that one. I'm telling you now, goes to Grays, because it's quite frightening. I thought Gundogan was excellent yesterday, but Sky Blue Monkey says no wonder he's a journalist. Well, there you go. Dupe says we all knew Simon must have finished smoking crack before saying that one. I don't know about that. That's your opinion, not mine. On to the other guy, which was Kevin De Bruyne. So we'll have a talk about Kevin De Bruyne. And what were your thoughts on Kevin last night? And then we'll see. He's not speaking as a fan, typical journalist. Well, there you go. Adam Quinn says, sorry, big jump there. Adam Quinn says Kevin 7.5, Lewis Yates an 8. Pardo Oaks gives him an 8. Sky Blue Monkey gives him an 8. Goes to Grades gives him an 8. Neil Handstock gives Kevin an 8. Shedders gives him an 8. Mervyn Thomas gives him an 8. As always, top class. Scotty Mall gives him a 9. Kurt, 9. Best player on the pitch, Bar Diaz. Proper baller. Leonard London, 8.5. A very good game. Dupe says 8.5. That assist was, he could have scored though. For my last comment of the night, KDB an 8.5. Thank you, Sean. Good night, mate. Jamie Shaw gives him an 8. Mark the Blue, 8 for Kevin De Bruyne. Kev gets an 8 from Oliver's new model army. Goes to Grades. Sorry, Andy, for the Cats earlier. No, don't worry about it, mate. I'm only joking. 8, class as always, says Jack Lee. Martin says KDB gets an 8. 100th assist, still not real Ginger Prince. That's our Chris. Neil says Kev 8, very good. Yeah, I still think he's playing in third gear. Good point. No worries, Ghost. Matt Stones. Sorry, don't know what you mean there. Dudley Lewis, 8 to 8.5. Should we even be surprised at what KDB did, though? Listen, he blows our mind all the time, doesn't he? Diaz, just on my mind, I guess. Enter zone, relax. Don't know what that means. Anyway, so you're looking at what, 8s, 8.5, 9s, 8s, 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 7.5 there. So we're looking at Kevin De Bruyne gets an 8.5. Okay, Kevin De Bruyne from you guys gets an 8.5. What I will show you is what Simon Bajowski said about him. And he said, poor for most of the game, and his infuriating inability to shoot or score continued. However, even on a bad day, he is capable of doing things that nearly every professional footballer can dream of, and the assist was filthy. Gave him a 7. Poor for most of the game, and his infuriating inability to shoot or score continued. Whew. There you go. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. But anyway, let's move on quickly to Bernardo. What were your thoughts on Bernardo last night? I thought he had a bit of an in and out game. Kurt says, Simon, that's garbage. It's not garbage, Kurt. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Cheddar said, lost for words. Well, there you go. They're not my words. I am just pointing out somebody who does the score predictions for the Manchester Evening News, what they said. Now, we can agree with them, disagree with them, whatever. It's all about opinion. But sometimes you look at them and think, really? Jack Lee said, I'll have some of what Simon Bajowski is drinking. Layla says, it's Simon, what's new? I never read his crap. Jack says, Simon is sacking. Dupe, on to Bernardo, 6.5. Didn't do much, but he did work really hard for the team. He always works hard for the team. I think that's a given in it with Bernardo. You know he'll always give you 100%. Did he do a lot? I don't know. 7, had a lot of the ball, but didn't really get much done. He's ramping his form up, though. Yeah, he is. It looks like he's getting to somewhere near it, but he's not quite there, is he, at the moment? Adam Quinn gives him a 7. Oliver's New Model Army gives him a 7. Bernardo, says Neil, 7. Nothing spectacular, but he does everything well. Jack Lee sacked in the morning. Scotty Moore, 6. Still don't see much improvement. Leonard, I'm happy for Bernardo getting better each game, 7.5. Cheddars, Bernardo, 6. Average game before being subbed. 7. Work rate is always there, Jack Lee. It is. But then we say the same thing, to be fair. Martin had a go at Gabby last night about, well, it's just work rate. We need more. And at the moment, we're getting work rate out of Bernardo. Bit of inconsistency, a bit of everything, really. But he's not getting a real run of games. 7, flattering to deceive. He's not back to his old form. Fails to take his opponent on. Yeah, something we do blame Mahrez for. 7, work rate is always there. 7.5 from Lewis Yates. Goes to Gray, 6.5. Dudley Lewis gives him a 7. Iverson, without Bernardo moving and hitting them lines, KDB doesn't get the freedom he had. 7 out of 10. That's a good point as well. That's a good point. Yes, I did, because he's a striker and can't score. Mark the Blue, a 7. So, yeah, Bernardo gets from you guys an above average 7. So it is, we say 6 is average. So he gets a above average 7. But before I go, let's just see, what did the font of all knowledge say? Bernardo, he said, perhaps he was put off by Palace assistant Ray Lewington bellowing left foot every time he got the ball. But to say he received the ball so often, he seemed unwilling to take on his man. which I think is, I don't know about the left foot thing. I did hear that last night, but I mean, maybe it's a fair point. Bernardo caused chaos with his movement yesterday. So, yeah, Bernardo Silva. Let's go to Gabby Jesus. What were your thoughts on Gabby last night? He came in for a bit of criticism in the post-match vlog we did last night. But what are your thoughts on Gabriel Jesus? Just bring those in here. So, Gabby J, that's who we're talking about. Gabriel Jesus. What are your thoughts and your scores for him last night? Just having a look here. Simon Bajowski says, with his back to goal, he is an excellent player. However, it is questionable whether a number 9 should spend as much time taking the ball away from the final third as Jesus did against Palace and gave him a 5. So there you go. Pyro Oaks gives him a 6. Martin gives him a 6. Kurt, 7.5. Stuck up for him in the post-match, and I stand by it. You stick to your comments, mate. 6 puts in the work. Again, no end product, though. Gabby, a 6. Dupe gives him a 6.5. Could have scored a header. His movements were great, though, but he did work hard. Mark the Blue gives him a 6. Leonard, 6, not a City player, 50 mil, and he's gone in my opinion. Gabby confused me every time I watch him, always makes poor decisions, a 6. 6 to 6.5 from Dudley. Neil says, Gabby, 6.5, just like Carl, still recovering from COVID. Another fair point. I can't argue with Simon, to be honest. 6 again, work rate is there, but strikers that don't score are as much use as a class hammer. 5.5, not good up front or on the wing. Oliver's new model army, 7.5. Doe says, apparently Jesus plays well at left wing than striker position. 7 for me as we're not creating more through the middle, working through the wings for chance creations. It's not his fault. 7 from Lewis. Padua, it's no problem. His job is to get goals. He's just not doing it. I did say he may still be recovering from COVID. So, Gabby J gets off average from you guys a 6.5. Let's be honest. Well, here we go. I've brought this. Jesus is still class though. He'll come good. Have faith. Yeah, how many times am I going to say that? But I'm sort of with you. I think he's going to be. He's still young. He's still really young. And I know people say, "Well, look at Haaland and what." He's going through a purple patch at the moment. I just think. I don't know, Gabby. Will he be a City player for the future? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm really not sure. But if the work rate is there, and we do know he can be class on his day, then there's something more to give or something more to come. And he might just be one of those players that hit 24, 25 and bang. We could get rid of him in the summer. He could go to a Real Madrid, Barcelona or someone like that, and he could be a 30-plus goal a season player. So, because he's young, I'd like to keep him around. I'd like to keep him around and just see. And if he hits 24, 25, and it's not, then maybe we can get rid of him because I want to give him a chance. I do want to give him a chance. But on to Raheem Sterling. What were your thoughts on Raz, who's coming for a lot of, for me, unwarranted stuff on Twitter? I mean, some of the comments, and on here, some of the comments by some people on here, you know, everyone's entitled to opinion, but I don't get it. I just do not get it whatsoever. Don't get it. Sorry, you'll never convince me. Someone who scored 31 goals last season, never in a million years will you convince me that Sterling is just this, that, and the other. No chance. No chance. He might be in and out of form for whatever reasons, but you look at his stats and everything else. I'm not having it. I am just not having it, but everyone's entitled to opinion. But on Raheem Sterling, for me, we'll see what happens. So we are talking about Raheem Sterling. Paddock gives him a 7. Well, that's fair enough, mate. Sterling an 8 from Adam Quinn. Goes to grades 7.5. That free kick was class an 8. Sterling much better last night, 8.5. Raz 7.5. Shed a 7, still not speed, but pleased with the great free kicks. Got him all 8. And either you've got it or you don't. I can't sense it. He's not good enough to take City to another level. Well, I mean, I've got to agree with that. At this moment in time, Leonard, I'm with you, mate. I am totally with you. I would rather keep him than let him go for 25, 30 million, 40 million maximum. So I don't think you get much more. Than have a real boo-boo where we let him go and he just then flies in the next 12 months or so. Because there's something there. There is something there in him. There is. I really believe there is. 8 reminiscence of his former self. 7.5, great goal. I'm more of a critic of him. But his form was also ramping up. Is also, yeah, I agree with that. Dupe says Sterling 7.8, thought he was better on the right. He also predicts, well, that free kick, Sterling, yeah. Sterling 7. Leonard, London, totally agree. 7.5 from Mark. Dudley Lewis, 7.5 plus 1 for the goal, 8.5. Neil Sterling, 7.5, still frustrated, but I said free kick, hit Rosette or top corner. Well, it's funny because we were talking last night with my lads, and they said that he said, my lad said to my other lad, he said, I said Sterling was going, the other one was going. And he was saying, no chance, absolutely no chance. Everyone's just stuck between them. I've been critical of Sterling in the past, but some of the stuff I've heard is ridiculous. It's terrible. Raz 8 never stood still, and Palace did not know what to do with him. I said 50 mil will do. Yeah, maybe. 8.5 says Lewis Yates. Well, for parity, to show that we are, objective in what we say. Sam Jowski said he worked hard to find space between Palace lines and caused them problems. It was this cross-field ball that found De Bruyne for the opener. An intelligent display capped by an excellent free kick. Gave him an 8. So there you go. So looking at yours, Sterling gets an 8. Yeah, he gets an 8 as well. Raheem Sterling. So substitutes. Well, we've got Phil Foden for Bernardo. He came on with 30 odd minutes to go. So, what were your thoughts? That's the last one. Phil Foden. We're not doing Pep tonight because Martin's got to do his live vlog very soon. So, I need to get off here. But give us your thoughts on Phil Foden. I thought he looked exciting when he come on. He played 30 odd minutes. Normally, we don't give the score unless they played more than 20 minutes. But he played 30 odd minutes last night, so he's worthy of a score for us. Electro Disguises give Foden a 7.5. Agree, mate, though, that Mitchell was class. Talking about defender there, talking. Foden 7, as good as usual. 7, always lively. Jack Lee, Pado up 7.5. Foden 7 is a top player. He's brilliant. He is a very good player. Didn't really get into the game. I thought when he got the ball, he looked like he was about to do something. Albeit he only had 30 minutes or so. Kurt says 7 looked lively. Only had 30 minutes and the game was already done. It was, and probably the whole team was closing down. But because he had more than 20 minutes on here, we say we have to give him a score. Anything less than 20 minutes, we don't bother. 7.5 from Dudley. 7 did well past the Ferran. That won the free kick. Good point. Martin says FIFA time. I think he's wanting me to get off here. He should be playing them every game. 6.5, pretty quiet, really. It's hard to get in when we're already cruising the game. Just want to see more from Foden. Martin did say 9:30, and it's nearly 9:30. So time for part 2 of Double Bubble. I'll tell you what. So I've just put him in a timeout because he's pestering me. No, I'm only joking. I'm going to leave it there because that's the end of the player profiles. Martin says 9:30. Well, you know what that's like. If I come off here now, Martin will be on at 10:30 with his timekeeping. But anyway, listen, that's the player ratings. Great result last night. 4-0. Really, really good. And look, as the thumbnail says, Man City are second. And all we need now is to win our game in hand. That could be Villa. We're still waiting for confirmation that the Villa game is on Wednesday night. But win that game and we'll be first up. We will be top of the table, albeit maybe for a short period of time. 1 point clear. Keep faith, guys. Said it all along. It's a long season. We're in a great position. We're in a really, really good position under Pep Guardiola. We're getting players back. We've still not got Sergio back yet. So loads and loads of games still to come. I still think it'll be nip and tuck. I still think there'll be games where we won't perform. We will lose or we'll drop points. But I do think other teams will do the same. But one thing's for sure. With Stones and Diaz at the back, we've got an absolutely brilliant foundation to take us forward into the Champions League, because that's where it'll matter for Pep Guardiola this season, in my opinion. But let me finally just say goodbye to everybody. Martin, part 2 is amazing. Let's go, mate. There you go. Let's see Mbappe. Thanks, Shedders. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Andy. And everyone, thank you, Leonard. Don't forget, stay with us for Martin. He'll be on in about 5-10 minutes. Martin, Ben 10 watches don't work properly. Take care, you too, Chatley. Good night, folks. Ivor, I've not spoken to you for a while, mate. I'll have a chat with you soon. Stay on, mate. No rush. I'm just getting everyone excited. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, please don't listen. Don't build it up, and then we go and see that garbage that you normally present us. Please, at least win tonight. Please. Great stream as usual, Andy. Great to see you back. Thank you, Michael. Drop a like if you haven't already yet. Even in caps, that means really drop a like. Give it a thumbs up. But don't forget, wasn't rushing you, mate. My apologies. You know, it's no problem, mate, whatsoever. Andy, great show. Glad you're back. Thank you, Dupe. Not at all, mate. Don't worry. I have run over longer than I should have done. Andy, good stream. Hope you get well soon. I'm fine, mate. Don't worry. Jack Lee, United keeping our first spot warm. That's all that we're doing anyway, mate. Can't wait to see Martin and Mbappe look like rockets. It's a cruise. Somebody knows you too well, Martin. Triton Heights, Man City's playing great, and say I'm excited is an understatement when I think of Foden. Yes. Cheers, guys. See you Wednesday, Scotty Mole. You take care, buddy. Kurt, take care, Andy. Thanks for live. You're welcome, buddy. And thank you for all your presenting and contributions. You did a great job on the FNS. Really liked what you had to say, mate. Quad is on. Watch this space. Martin and his quad. Keep safe and healthy, you two, Pardo Oaks. Reasons to be cheerful, absolutely. I wasn't rushing you, mate. My apologies, just reminding. No, not at all. Don't worry. Stay safe. Dudley Lewis, you too. Great stream, thank you. Garbage, how rude. There you go. But anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. That is your player ratings. Don't forget, stay around. Martin will be live very, very shortly with FIFA. I don't know where he's up to. Is he started a new season? I believe he's made a big signing, so you might want to stay around. He'll be live very shortly after this vlog. So, guys, take care. It's Andy from Man City Fan TV. 4-0, City, second in the league, game in hand. It's all over. City are winning the league. That is without a shadow of a doubt. Take care. We'll see you soon.